Hey, it's Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio, RallyPoint.com at Duke University. Black Knights and Blue Devils are going to start up at 7 o'clock today, and we have a chance to talk with one of the organizers of the Association of Graduates from West Point event here. We got a couple hundred of alumni, and that is Trent Cleveland. Trent, good to see you.
Hey, good to be here. Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, our pleasure. We enjoy these events. Tell us a little bit about your local organization down here in North Carolina.
Sure. So we're a medium-sized organization within the Association of Graduates. We have about 700 active members right now that covers Morrisville, Raleigh, Chapel Hill, and Durham. And this event we get to kick off about every 2 years when we play our season opener against Duke.
Well, that's great. You got a big crowd here today. Where is the draw from? You got such a big group. You fill the building.
Sure. So majority of the crowd's coming from the Carolinas, both North and South Carolina, but we've got contingents from New York. We've got some folks from D.C. and some of the outlying areas as well.
And you got a couple of players on the team in prominent spots, especially on offense. Quarterback Kelvin Hopkins and Glenn Coates, one of his favorite receivers. Tell us about some of the players and students that come from North Carolina and go to West Point.
So a lot of the athletes that come out from North Carolina tend to be pretty well known throughout the ACC region or throughout the Atlantic region, and we just try to do our best to find the right athletes that are going to be able to stay and do well at West Point and go on to be good officers.
Very good. Tell us a little bit about your time at West Point and what was it like about 20 years ago?
Sure. So I was class of 2002. We were the bicentennial class. Had George Bush at our commencement address, so that was kind of a little claim to fame, but it was a great time. Made some great friends for life, and would definitely do it again if I had the chance.
And tell us about your time in the Army and what you've done since then.
Sure. So I was an aviation officer. I flew UH-60 Blackhawks for 10 years. Did several deployments, got a chance to live over in Germany, and was fortunate enough to have my wife join me the entire time I was on active duty.
Great. My dad was Army officer. He went to Germany in about 1950, right after World War II. And my mother and my two older sisters went over. That's a great experience. Tell us, what are some of the ways that you support the cadets at West Point? They do so much, and they're asked to do so much. I know the support of the alumni and parents back home makes a big difference.
Sure. So what we try to do here in the local areas include the Parents Club as much as we can in all these activities. They tend to like to help to volunteer. One of the ways we've helped out big time this year is by sponsoring cadets when they come down on trip sections for sporting events. We were fortunate enough to have the baseball team when they got into the World Series semifinals. We were able to host them a couple of times and just be able to provide for support and meals and homes when needed.
That's right. They were just over at North Carolina State this spring in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Hey, that's great. And just so, what's it like to have what's it going to take for Army to beat Duke today?
I think they're just going to have to stick to the game plan and be able to shut the passing game down early.
Absolutely. Trent Cleveland from the Association of Graduates here in North Carolina. Thank you for your service to our country from everybody at the American Legion and RallyPoint.com.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Our pleasure. This is Ken Kraetzer at Duke University for Sons of the American Legion Radio and RallyPoint.com.